Kiss. And here we are at Odyssey's Unscripted. We are here in Germany, and we're going to be interviewing with Darby Jones, who has been with the company forever. Forever. She and I go way back. In fact, my wife, Cheryl, she actually taught her ballet when she was like this knee height of a grasshopper. She was this big. Her first ballet classes, and she was just, she's been with us all these years. And, it's been a pleasure to have her on the company. And she's been such a great person to be with, too. And that's the thing that I really, really enjoy about her. So,
Thank you.
yes. So tell us how did you find out about Odyssey?
My mom took me to an Odyssey show when I was about 6 years old. We went to see Let It Be.
Oh, okay.
So she had been coming to the shows for a long time, seeing the Thriller since its beginnings, and she wanted to take me to a show. So she took me to Let It Be, and I was obsessed ever since.
Oh,
So,
that's amazing.
yeah.
And then I remember the first thing you performed with us. She played Zuzu in It's a Wonderful Life, which was a little kid. And was you the first one?
I was the second Zuzu.
Second Zuzu.
I was in the cast originally, but I got to do Zuzu the second year.
Yeah, she played Zuzu. So you didn't do any of the dancing, did you, at all?
I did the dancing.
Oh.
I did dancing and
As
Zuzu.
Oh, that's cool.
I did
She was so good at 6
I did
years
it
old.
all.
She was so good at 6 years old that she had to be the dancing too. Sometimes the Zuzus don't dance,
That is true.
but you did.
I did the whole
Yes,
thing.
you set the precedent,
That's right.
and it was awesome.
True.
And she grew up and, continued to be an amazing dancer. And you went off to that high school.
Yeah, in
Performing Arts.
California, Idlewild Arts Academy.
And when did you go there?
My senior year. So I did Odyssey 2 when I was 16,
Okay.
and then I left for a year and did Idlewild Arts Academy in California, and then came back.
And you came back, yes. So how was that experience in California?
It was really good. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about myself and about becoming an adult, even though I was still 17, like living on my own and having to, get myself ready and hold myself accountable without my parents was really, I think, important for me, because when I joined the company, I was really young compared to everyone else.
Right.
And so I had already had experience on my own and was able to keep up with, the Veronicas and the Eldons.
Yes.
Or try to.
Well, when I saw you when you were in Odyssey 2, you were
Yes.
kind of the person I said, "Oh, this is what Odyssey 2 is all about. We should have this junior company that's really building up, the next generation of dancers." And then you left, and I was like, "What? What the heck? What the heck?" But then you came back.
My mom wanted to make sure I graduated high school
You
first.
graduated high school, because you probably wouldn't have graduated if you'd stayed in Utah, right?
No,
Okay. So you came back, and did I put you in the company immediately at that point in time?
you did. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I was
60.
supposed to go to, I was 18. I was supposed to go to college
That's
at University of Kentucky and study biology, and it just didn't feel right. And so I called you on the phone, and I said, "Hello, this isn't feeling right anymore. Can I come to callbacks?"
because you were going to be on the dance team there. Or
Yeah, I was gonna be
cheer
on the
team?
dance
The cheer
team.
team or the dance team?
The dance team.
The dance team of the
Yes.
University of Kentucky. And you still have paraphernalia.
I
'cause
do.
You were ready to go.
I bleed blue.
And what did I say to you?
You said, "I think you're making the best choice by staying here, and you have a spot on the company."
Oh. Did
Yeah.
that excite you?
It did.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
and it just immediately felt right. I felt much better.
Uh-huh. And then you've been with the company how many years now?
I joined the company in 2014.
Wow. Crazy.
Yeah.
So 12 years now.
Yeah. A long
Yeah.
time.
It's making me feel old.
Me too.
You know?
I turned 30 a week from today.
30?
30?
You're going to be here on tour?
We're flying home on my birthday.
Oh, we're flying home on your birthday. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we can sing happy birthday on your plane.
I don't know.
No, that's awesome. But, I mean, it's just been such an amazing ride. And now she's kind of like the dance captain of the company. And so not only does she perform the principal roles, but she's also, the dance captain of the company. So it's kind of difficult to juggle that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really hard. I think it's been easier now that I'm a little bit older, but when I was younger, it was really hard because my peers were also my age. And it was hard to find the balance of, yes, you are my friend, but I'm also here to help you
Yeah.
and have the respect that I felt like I needed and also the kindness that I wanted.
Yes.
Going
Well,
through that on both
it's
sides.
very hard to like be friends
Yes.
and then be
And then give a note.
and then give a note.
Yes. And then still be friends after that.
Exactly. And it's still a struggle,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it is.
Well, now she's performing principal roles. She's doing Juliet and Romeo and Juliet, which you've done for quite a few years now, haven't you?
This is my 6th one.
6th one?
I think so. 6th Romeo and Juliet, but 4th Juliet.
So who are your Romeos?
Casey, then Tommy, and then Casey again, and now Peter.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
She's gone through a few Romeos
Men through some men.
over the years. But she helps drag them through the process. Yeah, all right. And then you're also doing Roxy
Yeah.
in our Chicago night show, which is a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
You know, it's a great show. We really enjoyed putting that together. It was fun to watch it the other night when you guys performed it the first time, and to watch everybody's eyes when they got to go through all the bows and everything, and everybody's still clapping and everything. It was really fun. They don't believe me until it happens.
It's true. It was
And even
fun.
then, we could have gotten more, but
the
Lucas
curtain was
screwed
so
up.
slow though, too.
The curtain was like, and we were like,
So
we
slow
were like,
for like 20 minutes.
and it wouldn't close all the way. It stuck about there.
Yeah, imagine being in the
Then
middle, just like,
it goes back out slowly. You know, when you have a fast curtain, we could have gotten a
we could
couple
have done
more
a couple
bows
more.
on. But we will. If we get a faster curtain, we'll
Yeah, it was fun to watch everyone because I just kind of held back when everyone rushed for the first time because I've done it a few times, and watching the joy on their faces as they got to experience that for the first time was really special.
And the audience really loves that. I think Jeffrey's the one that started that.
Yeah, or my first year we rushed and it was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it was unplanned.
Yeah,
It was unplanned, but it worked so well that we thought,
We
oh,
kept
let's
it.
add that to the bows because, the audience loves it. They're already standing up, they're clapping, and then they see everybody rush towards them and give them, basically high fives from the stage. And it's just a really, really neat experience. And I think it's a great affirmation of the amazing talent you guys have and the amazing productions that we put together. That it's good,
Yeah.
it's good stuff, and the audiences really, really reflect that. And I think it's always like an icing on the cake at the end of the season to be able to experience that.
I agree. Like they just truly appreciate art,
Yeah.
which is awesome to experience, especially when I feel like people aren't appreciating it as much here in the States.
Right. Right. So, usually the standing ovations in Utah are like they're getting up their coat, they're standing up and they're getting their coat and they go, oh, okay, oh yes, you know, and they say, okay, good, and but here it's just like they stomp, clap, 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 clap. They go in time with it. We even changed the encore music because one of the encores I used for Romeo and Juliet stopped the clapping because we did the battle sequence.
Yeah.
And
it went
the
into
clapping
fame.
would stop, and I said, "Okay, this sucks. Let's pull that out." And we just stayed with the one song where they can clap throughout the whole thing. I just love that. It's fun to
It's
see
so
that
fun.
happen. Yes. Well, you deserve it.
Thanks.
You deserve that kind of because you're an amazing dancer and an amazing person who does a great job in the company and someone I'm very, very appreciative of. She's like Miss Together.
No.
If you look at her phone and her schedule on her phone is all color coded and everything, it's going in and out, and it's just an amazing sequence of babysitters and privates and all kinds of things going on.
It's the only way I can function.
Oh
with
my gosh!
color-coded Google Calendar.
So wait a minute. So you're married now?
I am married.
For how long?
It'll be 9 years in July.
9 years. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
A long time.
Yes. And you're still married.
Still married.
So you got a ways to go to get to Cheryl and I's 51 years.
Yeah.
But I mean,
We're working on it.
yeah, we're kind of. So who's watching? Now you have a little
I do. I have a 4-year-old son. His name's Hudson.
He's Hudson. And he had long hair for the longest time.
He did.
Longer than yours is right now.
It is, yep. I think it's longer than mine again now.
And then all of a sudden he came in one day and he had his hair cut and he would look like a little boy.
It was so cute.
And I was
He
like,
grew up.
I know. It was just amazing. And then he had his little hat, little hat was like this, and he was like looking all fly, and everything. It was it was great. He's a great kid.
He is.
What do you love most about him?
I love a lot of things about him. I love his imagination. It's fun to see that I feel like a lot of kids these days don't lean into their imagination as much. And so I love that he leans into his imagination and likes to play games, and he likes dance a lot too, which is fun to relate to him in that. Yeah, he loves to dance and he loves to talk about our dances. Like he loves the bunny dance in the Christmas show. Like he's always like, I want to see the Easter bunny dance. And he doesn't know it's from Christmas or that.
Great.
It's really cute, and he likes to go to rehearsal with me.
Oh, wow.
Which is fun.
That's awesome because he's kind of in that world now.
Yeah. He's forced it.
And I wouldn't want to force it on anybody, honestly.
Yeah.
My 3 daughters dance in the company. My boys, they all dabbled for a little bit and then said, see ya, which I'm totally fine with.
Yeah.
Because, I wouldn't want to wish this on anybody. It has to be something that's your passion,
Yeah.
And so if he wants to dance, he's in the right family.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. He's so cute.
That's awesome. He's 4 years old now.
4 years old.
Cool. Where did you meet your husband?
We met online.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
We did.
Okay, explain that. Tell me the story.
No.
Tell me the story of how you met online. This is kind of embarrassing. Okay.
It is embarrassing. It was like when dating apps were new, so it was kind of weird.
Okay, so which dating app was it?
Well, the only one that existed was Tinder. So wait. Okay, I'm getting red.
At least it wasn't Grindr.
I know,
Okay,
it's true.
yeah.
We did meet on Tinder. Yeah, we did. We lied to our parents at first, though. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you said you met at sacrament meeting or something?
Well, yeah, he told his mom that we met through friends of like a mission companion or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So it was all fake.
So you put together a little profile. Did you put your real picture up there?
My real picture.
Yes.
He did swipe right.
Uh-huh. And what did you list as your qualities?
I don't remember. I was 18. I met him when I was like right when he got home from his mission, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And where did he go on his mission?
Chile.
Chile. Oh. Does he still speak Spanish?
He does.
So you put a profile.
Yep.
And then
He swiped
you get
right.
a whole bunch of people.
Yep. Like location based.
Okay.
And so
And they said, hey, what's up? And
yeah. And then we met, went on some dates. We dated for 2.5 years.
But did you date other people off of that?
Yeah.
Okay. How many guys did you go through before you went through?
He was probably like my 4th or 5th date, and I almost didn't go because I had a couple bad dates, and so I didn't really want to go, but I just decided to go anyway.
What was a bad date? What was it like?
Just like, I don't know.
The vibe wasn't right?
Yeah, just like the vibe wasn't right, and
Were you on like a long date, so you had to kind of suffer through it? Because you usually kind of know within the first 10 minutes, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just be like, hey, thanks. That was really fun.
Yeah, because now they have those things where you go like, it's just lunch or something like that.
Yeah.
And go and just have like a real short little thing, see if there's any vibes there, and then move on from there. But
That's kind of what I was doing.
they have speed dating too now. You
That's
walk around a
true.
table, and that just seems awfully odd to me.
Yeah, that's not for me.
I mean, I'm very fortunate, that
Yeah.
I knew I was going to marry my wife on our first date, and here we are 51 years later. So,
I knew I was going to marry Chad, but it took him
Did
a little
you?
longer. Yeah.
so how long did it take?
We dated for 2.5 years.
Oh, you 2.5 years?
Yeah. Very not Utah
Wow.
of us.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what was your first impression of him when you went out? So
Oh.
why did you not almost not go?
I was kind of just sick of going on bad dates, and so I didn't want to go on another bad date.
Right.
And so, but I just decided to go anyway. And I was nervous. I was really nervous. We walked around City Creek and like the Temple Square lights. We met around Christmas time. He wanted to come to the Christmas show is what he wanted to do. And I told him no. I didn't want him to see me dance before he met me. I wanted him to like meet me and like want to like me for me, and I don't know. And he's not in like the art space.
You weren't playing Zuzu at that point.
No. It was no longer Zuzu. We were doing Redux, Nutcracker.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I wanted him to meet me for me and not come to a show and then meet me after the show
See you
for
with
5
a dancer,
minutes.
see you on stage and get all Twitter pated from that.
Right.
You know, oh, that's an interesting ploy.
Yeah.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the guys get out there in the audience and they see the girl of their dreams up there on stage and they think, ooh, she's for me. And, you know, may not be so.
And it's also, I feel like, just an intimidating world to come into when you don't know a lot about the arts in general. Like that was something that in our relationship we had to learn to talk about and figure out, because it's a really different job, and my hip hurts and my back hurts. So at first he was like, "Why are you doing this if it's painful?" You know, I'm like, that's just what you do, and sometimes you get gingered. And
How did you break it to him that you were a dancer?
I told him before we started dating, which was good, but now he's like the most supportive guy. Like he came to every Thriller performance, helped sell merch, all of the things.
Yes, he did come and help serve. So he sold merch.
He sold merch for lots of years.
So that was awesome because Cheryl was like overwhelmed with all this stuff.
He became the Odyssey helper, which is nice. He had a full 180 and really now appreciates the arts and understands why I do what I do and the love that I have for it, which is really cool.
Well, because, you know, when you marry a dancer, you're kind of marrying the whole art form.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
And so, you know, I've experienced a lot of new marriages in the company and stuff like that. And when the guys have no concept of what it's like to be a dancer at all, and it goes south pretty quick because they just don't understand it. They don't understand the passion that that person has and appreciates it and supports it, you know. And I think that's an amazing thing that you've got in your husband, is that he does love it and he does support it.
Right. I totally agree. And I think that's why I'm glad we dated as long as we did, even though I didn't want to at the time. Like looking back, it made our marriage so much easier at the beginning because he already understood what I do, why I do it, and was accustomed to the lifestyle and the kinds of people. We're very loud people, you know, for someone that just is like a farmer boy from Ogden, Utah. That's a lot of personality.
They are loud people. That is for sure. You know, I think you're very, very fortunate to have that support and have someone who is willing to watch your son, you know, when you're off on tour in Germany and stuff like that. I think that's really remarkable to allow you the opportunity to continue to perform.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you're not, when you have your first baby, you're not sure if you're ever going to come back.
Yeah. No, it's true.
You know, and so it's always, but I think we try to create that atmosphere within the company that says, okay, you don't have to come to rehearsal every day. You can come 3 times a week or twice, whatever your schedule permits. You know these roles already. You're good to go, you know, and I'm happy to provide that opportunity in that context. And I think that's something that's really, really special about Odyssey, because I know when I was in Valley West and you know, we had our first child coming and they were like, see ya. You know?
No, I do feel very blessed and very fortunate that you allow me to do that. It makes it possible for me to do what I love still, which is awesome because I wasn't ready to give it up.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I came back at 4 weeks postpartum.
I mean, that's amazing. Well, you look fabulous.
Thank you. Thank you. I did not at 4 weeks postpartum. Let me tell you, that first ballet class was.
But you were out there.
I was.
Yes.
But I tried to dance the whole time too. You know, you made me sit down.
You were doing grand pliés, trying to help.
Yeah. At like 38 weeks pregnant, doing transitional full out. It was like,
oh my gosh. Yes. I mean, Cheryl and I, we danced together in Ballet West when she was 5 months pregnant. And so she would, well, they were taking her tutu and like adding panels to it as she kept growing. Well, we had this thing in Waltz of the Flowers where I lifted her over my head and I flipped her and went down into a fish.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's kind of dangerous.
That's a little dangerous.
Yeah. But she trusted me. And at 5 months pregnant. She was heavier.
Wow.
It was hard to catch, but I did it. And, it was amazing. It wasn't too long after that. She said, I'm tired of throwing up in the morning at class, 'cause
Casey and I did the Frank lift when I was about 5 months pregnant.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I got in trouble for that. Chad was like, don't do that again.
Don't do that anymore. So he's not totally supportive.
Right. Not about the 5-month pregnant
Okay.
Frank lifts. No. We weren't supportive about that.
That's amazing. What has parenting helped you with as far as your performing career?
That's interesting. I think just appreciating every moment even more. Like when I broke my arm, I feel like I gained a whole new appreciation for dance because I thought my career was over. And then when I became a mom, I also gained a whole new perspective on dance and an appreciation for my body that I didn't have before.
Right.
Like being able to see my body grow a human being and then also figure out how to dance inside my new body was really fascinating and a whole experience. And then I just feel like now I appreciate every moment that I'm able to be in the space. Like every moment I get to come take class, I'm so excited to be able to come take the ballet class because I don't get to do that very often anymore because of
Your schedule.
my schedule and being a mom. And I love every moment that I'm able to be a part of the company and be in the space and dance because I know that it's my gift and I want to be able to share it as long as I can.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm happy to have you as long as you can do it. As long as your husband still supports it.
He does.
And your mom.
Don't you worry.
Yeah.
I know my mom. I love her.
Mom, she supports it too. She's a great grandma and she helps take care of him.
She does. She does a great job.
I mean, it's amazing to see that, and I think in many ways you really grew as an artist too,
Yeah.
because you step back away from it
Mm-hmm.
and you come back to it with a whole new perspective.
Yes, I totally agree. Like
so
watching 40 Thriller performances taught me so much because I took notes when I was pregnant and then came back and danced in the spring. And so watching all of that and getting to see what everything looks like on stage really helped me understand as a performer what I need to do to be most effective for the audience.
Yes, yes. You mentioned your broken arm.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
There's this piece that I choreographed a couple of years before that.
Yeah.
And this piece was it called
Salimbula.
Salimbula. And it is amazing piece. And there's this moment where they're back to back, and she puts her foot up in the air, and he grabs her foot, and he flips her over his head. Ooh, sorry, just like that.
And that's what my arm sounded like when it snapped in my ear.
She flips her over his head, and then throws her up into the air into
A single arm press.
Single arm press. It goes choo, boy, like that.
Yeah.
And it's a remarkable. I'll let you guys. I'll send you a copy of the piece with her doing it, and it's really quite amazing.
There's 8 counts of dancing in the whole thing. The rest are just lifts. It's like a strength test to the max.
It's kind of
Shout out.
Soleil-ish too.
Yeah. It is.
It's Cirque du Soleil-ish in its concept and just balances and it's really an amazing piece.
It really is.
If I should say so myself. But
As the choreographer.
but anyway, so they were in the rehearsal. Were we 2 weeks away from going to Europe?
The week we were leaving.
Before.
Yeah, so we had already performed the piece here in the States, and we were rehearsing it to take on tour that year. We were going to Israel and Germany, and my arm snapped.
So he pulled her over, and her arm snapped. Where did it was a radial snap too?
It was a spiral fracture of my humerus.
Anyway, like that.
It snapped.
Yeah. I just remember hearing.
Yeah, he thought it was my bra strap, so he was laughing.
Oh.
And then he turned around, and then all of a sudden, the fear of God came in his eyes. And my arm went like, woo. Oh, sorry, Mike. It went like, woo. And then I thought my elbow dislocated. I remember saying to you, I dislocated my elbow. Let's go to the Instacare.
Yeah. And we sent you immediately
to the Instacare.
They went there and they said, it's broken.
Yeah, they're like, please go to the hospital.
And so They had to do an operation to put it back together, right?
Yeah. So they cut my arm open. I have a plate in my arm and 10 screws. I have 2 floating screws that held the bone together while it was healing. And then I have 8 other screws that hold the plate onto my arm. And the plate will never come out.
Wow. Do you set off alarms when you go through security?
No, I kind of want to, just because it's like dramatic.
You want to go,
I was like, oh, this?
oh, 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 they
I
got all
don't.
these plates right in here.
None of
So
them.
hard.
I don't
know,
set
I mean,
any
that's-
alarms.
That's amazing, though, that they
Yeah.
actually put it together and that you can continue to dance now
Yeah.
afterwards.
I was really scared that it
To
was
me, that was
can't.
remarkable. But I mean, I had just pulled a piece from the
Yeah, we just
the
pulled that
program.
piece, and then you had to
From the
respace everything
program when we
else.
did it, and it was really, really, it was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
That's not the year we went to Istanbul, is it? No.
No, that was
went to
Israel.
We went to Tel Aviv.
Tel Aviv. Yeah, I missed
That
that.
was such an amazing experience when we performed at the Israeli Opera House in Tel Aviv. This huge, and we did MJ. We did MJ there, which
I
is
love
a
that
Michael
show.
Jackson show, and they loved it. We had all kinds of people, you know, local dance companies come in and watch, and
That's so cool.
they were just like, groupies. We go out afterwards, and they just scream and yell for you and everything. It was really neat. That was a really neat experience. But you weren't there.
I was not there.
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have talked about it that much.
It's okay.
She had all those plates put in. It's an amazing lift, and they did it very, very well. But that's just the one place where it went wrong.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to feel like you could actually dance after that?
Well, I started physical therapy at 2 weeks after the surgery because I was in a splint, and so they took my staples out of my arm, and your elbow can lock up, so they wanted me to start while my arm was still broken, so my elbow didn't fully lock up. So they gave me a brace, like a removable arm brace that I was supposed to wear. And then all I was doing at physical therapy was they would like stretch my arm and bend my arm.
And was
And
that
it was
pain-
like
was that,
this and
was
this.
that painful?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And I was like this and this and this. And then he just kept, every week it would get further and he would like scrape the muscle and stuff to help break up the scar tissue. Like I have one spot right here that still has some scar tissue when I feel over my tricep, but he would just stretch it. And then about the 3rd or 4th week, he would start letting me do it in like an exercise.
Wow.
But it took, the first job I did back was USANA. Like the first
really?
dance gig I did back
Okay.
was USANA in the summer.
We
So, like,
used to always do like their big convention in Salt Lake City, and we would come in and do like 3 or 4 numbers during their convention, and it was kind of a cool gig actually.
Yeah, it was fun.
We did some fun things there. You did that, and then did I bring you back in the company right after that?
I started right back up. So the
And
only
you'd
thing I
already
missed
had
was
you
tour.
already had your son, yes?
No.
No. Oh, you didn't. Okay, so this is pre.
This is pre-Hudson.
Pre-
This was,
okay.
I broke it in 2018.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, most people don't know that. They certainly can't see it when you're
Yeah, you
you're
can't see it
dancing,
from the stage.
And
I don't have feeling actually in my tricep.
really. At
Yeah,
all?
this whole side of the scar is numb. So it like feels like, when you get a cavity filled at the
Yeah.
dentist.
Yeah.
So I know it's there, but it feels like that, like kind of swollen
Oh, wow.
to the touch.
Oh,
And I can't feel it when it engages either.
that's weird. It's like when your leg goes to sleep or
Yeah.
something like that.
Just feel like that all the
It's
time.
just all the time.
All the time.
Do you wake up and go, huh?
Yeah. I used to. I'm used to it now, but it used to really bother, like the feeling, like that feeling bothers you, like after you leave the dentist and you like want to touch it or like bite your lip. So it used to really bother me. Like I would just touch my arm all the time, but
Yeah.
now it doesn't bother me. I'm used to it.
That's amazing. Well, I am so thankful that you were able to overcome that,
Me too.
because that alone was kind of almost a career-ending moment,
Yeah,
that you experienced. Now you do a heck of a lot of teaching,
I do.
don't you?
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to teach?
Now I'm really only teaching private lessons and I really enjoy that. I like teaching kids that are really dedicated to their craft and have motivation to move forward, whether that's college or whether that's professional career. I really like helping kids find their path and find their artistry at that stage of their dancing. I also really like helping fix the little habits.
Uh,
I feel like I'm very good at helping kids use proper technique.
oh, and you do have kids looking at the mirror very much?
No, I do all my lessons in my mom's basement gym.
Oh, yes.
So there's
She's got
no
a gym.
mirror because I have a bad habit. I don't anymore. I
Yes.
had a bad habit where I
Yeah.
would look in the mirror all the time because I wanted to make sure that I looked perfect.
Yes. She would always do an arabesque. She'd be like,
I had to make sure that it was perfect.
and we kept, I so many times said, Darby, quit looking at yourself. Quit looking at yourself. You look fine. Stop with it, Instead
I've
of
gotten a
stretching
lot
the
better.
arabesque, she'd be,
It's just the eyes, though. The chin stays.
yes. She just
And then I could just make sure,
So
I just like to
making
make
sure you're weeding that out of your
I am.
students.
Yeah. But I tell them that.
Yes.
I tell them the story every time. I say,
you-
you don't want to be me.
You don't.
You don't want to be me. You don't want the Darby eyes. You don't want them. You don't need them. Like, trust me. Because no one ever told me that.
Is there an age limit that you work with that you like to?
I have a couple young ones that I really, really like to work with. They're about 9.
Okay.
I don't usually work with kids that young, but there's just this little group of humans that I work with, and they are so motivated, and they're like sponges. I do like some of the same ab stuff I do with Odyssey, I do with them. And they're like, can we do more? And then like when I do the abs on the company, they're like, oh, this is so hard. And I'm like, guys, like I'm a mom and I'm doing it. But my little 9-year-olds are like, I want to do a lot of these. I want to be so strong. And I'm like, yes.
Yes.
It's so fun. But I really like the high school age most, like the 16, 17, 18-year-olds where I can just
They're on the
really
cusp
delve
of
into like
getting-
the nitty gritty, you
Yeah.
know?
They're on the cusp of getting there. See,
Yeah.
typically people don't realize it takes about 9 or 10 years to create a dancer.
Yeah.
With the proper technique, the ballet classes, the jazz,
Yes.
tap, hip hop, all that stuff that creates an Odyssey dancer.
Yes.
It takes a lot of years to develop that. So somewhere around 16, 17, if they started at age 8 or whatever, or even 3, a
Yeah.
lot of them start at 3 years old. But that's what really creates the dancer is that continuous training that you get
Yeah.
all those years. People don't realize it takes that long,
Mm-hmm. Especially with what we do. It's so versatile and it's so athletic and demanding on your body
Yeah.
that you have to be able to do everything with confidence.
Yeah, and that's what's so fun. I mean, Gilles, who's with us,
Yeah.
who's our interpreter the last couple of days, he was actually a dancer.
Really?
He was there to interpret, but he was actually a dancer.
Wow.
So he understood, all the technique and stuff like that. I like you. They have technique, yes, but then they perform. It's good. It's
Love that.
it's very good. It's very good. Super. It's
Super. Yeah, they love to say
super good.
super.
It's super good.
Super.
So to me, that's meant a lot. And
Yeah.
people know that Marcel, who's our
Marcel, yeah,
voice
he was a
a
dancer.
too. You can get him to show him the picture of him when he was a dancer. He's doing.
He was
loops,
good.
He was good. Yeah, he was doing double tours and all kinds of things. It was great. So he really appreciated it. I think that's amazing what these dancers can do at that age. And you can tell at 8 or 9 whether the person has the physical capability
Yeah.
to do it. You know what I mean? Because it's certainly demanding to do the turnout and the feet and the legs
Yes.
and all that stuff. But boy, by the time they're 10 or 12, you can see them really blossom.
Yeah, and it's so fun. It's fun to watch them figure out their bodies
Right.
and then help them understand how to put artistry inside of all the technique that they've been working on.
So you taught a dance team at a high school?
I did.
Is
Yeah.
it a dance team or is it a drill team?
A drill team.
Oh,
Yeah, Utah doesn't have dance teams. They have drill teams.
that drill team. Okay.
Because it's a sport in Utah.
Okay. And so how long did you teach them?
I coached for 2 years.
Were you the main coach? Or were
Yes,
you
I was a co-head coach.
Ooh.
So Brittany Nordoff and I coached together.
Okay. And how was that experience?
It was a really interesting experience. It was a frustrating experience,
Yeah.
but it was a good experience. I think it's frustrating in the sense that it is a sport, but it's still subjective. And so
Kind of like ice skating.
yes, like there's a rubric and there's things that you need to hit, but at the end of the day, regardless of if you hit the rubric, you're still being subjectively judged because there's a judge that was just judging you on your choreography
Right.
or just judging you. Like the execution is obviously execution, but choreography or like there was a judge that was about your performance.
Right.
And so that's subjective. If
Mhm.
someone doesn't like how you perform, they can score you lower,
Right.
but they still want it to be a sport. And that was something that was really frustrating for me
Right.
because the girls, it's 20 hours a week. It's as much as, anyone dances at a studio that you're putting into this effort of 3 dances that they're going to do on the floor.
Just 3.
Just 3. They
Oh,
just
wow.
only do 3. And
And you would go at what time in the morning?
practice started at 5:55 in the morning.
Oh my
And then I would come
God.
to do Odyssey,
And
and
the
then I
dance
would go home and be a mom and
and the
teach.
dancers always complain at 8 o'clock in the morning, and they'll say,
Yeah, when I start my music at 8 and they're like,
yeah. They come in with these eye patches on their eyes. And they go, "Oh, my eyes are so puffy. I'm going to put these patches on."
I'm like, guys, I've already
I
been out
told
for
them the other
4
way. I said, "You
hours."
know what?" I said, "You know what? You look act stupider with these things on
But they work.
than
They really work
well,
well.
but their puffy eyes would be better than this. They're
make 'em brighter
multicolor
when
with
you take 'em
camo, whatever they come up with. But it's crazy stuff because they don't. They think they're looking better, but I'm like at breakfast here in Germany, everybody's looking at them and go, "What's wrong with these girls?"
It's true because people dress up at breakfast in Germany. Like, they're ready for their day, and
Yes.
then we come down
And
with
my
our
dads,
jammies.
and our dads just come down in their PJs and slippers, and the hair all mangled, and Moses' hair is like, you know,
It is. That's sweet boy.
I told Mose the other day, he came down, his hair was like this, and I said, "Mose, you forgot to do one thing this morning." He goes, "What's that?" "You forgot to look in the mirror
Sweet boy.
to see to see what you looked like before you came down here this morning."
He's such a sweet boy.
Even I will splash my eyes with cold water before I go down and present myself at breakfast. you know, Oh, that's amazing.
That's
But
funny.
okay, so what's the difference between what was so frustrating about that, about the teaching that dance team?
I think I was frustrated because the subjectivity of it, honestly, was
Yes.
really frustrating, and just because of the way Utah drill is, there are, like, teams that are set in stone of, like, I am this team and I am good, and I was taking a team that was currently ranked 12th, and they had the talent to be a top 5 team,
Uh-huh.
but the trek to get to top 5 within all of these teams that are known to be great
All right.
was really hard because there's judges that are younger or people that don't wanna mess the status quo, and that was really hard to overcome and, like, push our way in there as these underdogs.
Right. Right. And so
But
where did you finally end up before you left?
our first year, we went from 12th to 7th,
Okay.
and then the next year, we took them from 7th to 4th, which was, like, super unheard of in the Utah drill world, and they're currently still 4th. They placed 4th again this year,
Oh, that's
which is
awesome.
awesome, and the climb will obviously, I mean, it's gonna get harder because they're closer to the top, so
Did you do all the choreography for that?
no, we have outside people come in and do everything, and then we just kinda finagle and fix things.
At 5 in the morning.
At 5 in the morning, yeah, we
Well,
finagle at 5.
okay, allergy. No, I used to call that drill team the D word because we lost a lot of, we'd have people in
Yeah.
02 or something like that, OC2, that were so good, and I was so excited about them. And then they said, "I'm quitting. I'm going to go to my drill team."
Yeah.
And they wouldn't warm them up and stuff like that. And more often than not, they got injured
Mhm.
in that morning routine, and you know, they lost their career there.
Yeah, I think that's something that I really valued when I went in there was I set them a warm-up, and it's
Yeah.
basically what I do for the company. I gave them a set warm-up,
Mhm.
made sure they did it every day, and anytime we could do any training, I would do it for them, and I still in the summers, I train them, the drill
Yes.
team. So they
cool.
do 2 classes a week with me,
Oh.
to keep up their technique because it is important. You have to have the technique to do the routines.
Right, right.
And so that was something I really wanted to instill in the girls before I left was how important A, stretching was, but also B, how important keeping up with your training is so you can
Right.
keep executing because a lot of them want to go to college. Like
Mhm.
I had one girl she's a freshman now at BYU, but I trained her and she got recruited to the Cougarettes.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
so
That's one of the top
she's like,
teams in the nation.
yeah,
You know.
Mia Judd, shout out to you. I love you. She is my little
That's
baby.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I think that's really important. I think that's one of the things that we emphasize in the company too is that we take class every day,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
It's not it's it, and it's yes, it is to warm up to get ready for a rehearsal, but at the same time, it's to help improve their technique,
Yes.
their abilities, so we're never just sitting on our laurels going, "Oh, let's just come in and do some dances."
Yeah.
It's like this is a company that's really trying to promote their growth.
Yes, and, like, elevate yourself every day, and I think that's one of the hardest things for me about not getting to take class with the company,
Right,
is not getting to be in the space to elevate myself with the group.
right.
'Cause I come in at 9:30 and I have to do it by myself really quickly
Yes,
while people are asking me questions or
yeah,
wanting help, which I love being the person to help,
yes.
but I also wanna be continually growing as well, and so that's been really hard for me to balance.
How hard is it to teach the company?
At first it was really hard, but you asked me to do that when I was 19, so
Really?
yeah,
What was I thinking?
I don't know. I really don't know.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so because Veronica was doing Tuacon that year.
Oh,
And so you had Kiana and I teach, and Bailey. Bailey came back and did one more season, Bailey
yes,
Baker. Us 3 taught company class, and I was 19. So I was teaching people that were older than me, which was hard.
yes, yes.
But I feel like they were really respectful, especially because I was on tour cast. So we get a lot of the people that come in from out of state. And
Right,
so
right.
I was their first exposure to Odyssey. It's scary. Um, but it was hard at first because of my age. And I was just scared
Yeah.
to
y-
do it. So it was very nerve-wracking, but now I feel really comfortable doing it and really confident doing it, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to do it, and I feel like I'm pretty good at it now.
Yeah, yeah. I think, and that's amazing that you kind of got through that hump.
Yeah.
You know, I remember when I first started teaching, I was out in Los Angeles, and I went to teach a jazz class, and I put together a whole jazz ballet bar. Like a little bar to say,
Yeah.
if we're going to do jazz class, we got to get some ballet technique in here, right? And so I got in front of this class that was in Los Angeles, and I said, "Okay, well, my name is Derryl Yeager. I'm currently in the chorus line and doing this and that." And this lady in the back goes, "Oh, we don't need to hear that. Just teach the class."
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, "Okay, okay." And so it's very intimidating
It's very intimidating.
to make that step, that leap
Yeah.
from performer to teacher.
Yes.
And so we've all kind of gone through that hump
Yes.
at some point in time. And I think that's really, really amazing that you've done that and done it so well.
Thank you.
We really enjoy having you. What else about teaching the company do you find difficult? Because you give great notes. You give great notes.
Thank you.
Yeah. And they're very specific.
Yeah. I feel like I take after Christina
Uh-huh.
in that
That's true.
effect.
That's
I
true.
I feel like
Christina Bluth.
yes,
Yes.
Christina Bluth. I've been inspired by her my whole journey. I feel like we're very similar people, we're very similar dancers. And so
And she's had babies.
she's had babies. Yeah, I
You've had
talked to her a
babies.
lot before I came back,
Yeah.
actually, and before I decided to come back again and do tour, because I hadn't I toured with Hudson the first time when he was 4 months.
Uh-huh.
And so she toured with her first son when he was a little bit older, like how Hudson is, and so we talked about it just before I went, and I wanted to make sure that I was gonna be okay.
Hey.
Yeah. I think the hardest thing about teaching the company is just the balance of the friendship versus the teaching,
Right.
and making sure at the end of the day that they understand that I am not teaching them, and I never want to be like derogatory in the way that I say anything, but I want to be direct.
Yes. So
And I
don't
just
say,
want to
"You
keep,
suck."
yeah,
You say you give
like
them
keeping
a
things
correction that's a
professional.
positive. Yes.
And I think keeping the relationship professional as well. Like, I think now that I've gotten older, I've also tried to distance myself in a way that I am part of the group sometimes, but I also don't want to always be within the group.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what's really helped me the most, because then you don't get stirred up in sometimes a little like drama things or things that are going on, but you're really focused on the company and the mission and the goal.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think you tread that line very, very well.
Thank you. It's thin. It's
And
a
it's
thin
very
line.
difficult. And I think you've been so helpful in so many ways. I mean, when I ask you to do something, you get it done, and it's just amazing. If it's ordering food for everybody or putting together the smoothie order or whatever. I mean, she's such an amazing gal that can really make things happen, and I appreciate that
Thank you.
in you. Then you're just fun to be around.
Thank you.
And not to mention the fact that you're just one hell of a dancer,
Thank you. Thank you
and
very
you're so good. I mean, that's another thing Gilles said. Oh, the girl, ooh, she's good. This shit,
Oh, thank
so good, so good.
super.
She has she has technique, but she's good. And it was just, and to me that means a lot
Yeah.
because they come from, kind of the Soviet styles
Right.
of dance, which is super technical.
Yes.
And to have them comment on your technique
Yeah.
and your abilities as well as your performance capability, I think that's really says a lot.
Yeah. That's why I had the Darby eyes, I had
Yeah,
to
the
make sure
Darby
the
eyes.
technique was there,
Checking the mirror. I think that's awesome. Darby is certainly one of the special people in our lives as far as Odyssey is concerned. She's grown up with us and been a wonderful ride, a wonderful Odyssey.
A wonderful Odyssey.
And I really appreciate you being a part of this podcast. And
Thank you.
see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.